What the fuck do you mean the US government made our real-life Captain America? Watch this.
So what David Sinclair and his group did is they started with mice. You take a mouse and you give them NMN. Oh, you take an old mouse. An old mouse, like a 70-year-old person, would be like a 20-month-old, 24-month-old mouse. You put them on, a ramp and say run, or give them direction run. The most they can go is usually a quarter of a kilometer. Whereas a young, powerful mouse can run 4 times that, a full kilometer. When they give NMN directly, the precursor to NAD that affects the sirtuins, that affects everything I just told you about, right? This cascading effect. They run within 14 days, 2 to 3 kilometers, 200, 300% more than the youngest and strongest ones amongst them. But will it really transfer to humans? So here's what's cool. For 2 years, top secret, they have been working with our military, with our special forces. And about a month and a half ago in Boston, the commander got so excited, he slipped the beans. What's been reported is the commander said they've had almost an identical response as they saw in the mice. These are the strongest humans alive, both men and women in the special forces, the most fit people, right? Endurance has exploded, he said, very much like the mice. He said, secondly, muscle development has completely changed from the same stimulus, like the same workout, they're getting more muscle. And then thirdly, the most important thing for them is cognition has gone through the roof, because when you're exhausted and you're out there in special forces, the ability to use your head is more valuable than your body.
Now, I'll be honest. At first, I thought that was complete bullshit. But then I did a little bit more digging, and I found this Harvard biologist, and listen to what he had to say about this NMN stuff. Watch this.
What is NMN?
Good question. So let me take a quick step back.
Sure.
So about 20 years ago, Lenny Guarente and a team of us at MIT discovered a set of genes that controls aging in yeast cells, just brewer's yeast, what you find in beer and bread. And those genes are called sirtuins, and there are 7 of them in our bodies, 5 in yeast. And what they do is they protect all organisms on the planet, plants, bacteria, humans, from deterioration and disease. Get this, so sirtuins need NAD to work. Without them, they don't work. In fact, if you don't have NAD in your body, you'd be dead in about 30 seconds. It's a really important molecule. But as we get older, we lose NAD. So by the time you're 50, like I almost am, you have about half the levels of what you had when you were 20. So that's not good.
So the crazy part about this is that our bodies naturally produce NAD, but as we continue to age and get older, those natural levels of NAD drastically plummet. Having low NAD levels is exactly what triggers the aging process in our bodies. However, if you supplement with NMN and raise those NAD levels back to what they used to be, it can be extremely beneficial for fine lines and wrinkles, those weak and aching bones and joints, brain fog, memory issues, even things like cutting down on those pant sizes. Now, if you want to know exactly how much NMN you should be taking to raise those NAD levels back to what they used to be, well, luckily for you, that same biologist, David Sinclair, tells us right here. Watch this.
Scientific evidence points to taking a supplement every day, a gram of NMN, just swallowing one of those, or 1,000 milligrams, is enough to double your NAD levels in the bloodstream.
So this is the NMN that was recommended to me from Catacor, and not only do they have over 100,000 orders and a bunch of 5-star positive reviews that you're able to look at for yourself, but all their ingredients are at clinically proven doses, which means you're getting the exact doses that clinical studies have shown to be most effective. Now, I'll be honest, if you want to get your hands on this stuff, it's been selling out like crazy, so if you see an orange cart down there, be quick because it might not last long.